Have you ever wondered how many years you really have left after reaching 70? Each year that passes feels like a countdown, and while we can't know exactly how much time we have, your body gives clear signals that can predict your future. Some of these signals are quiet, but they might hold the secret to not just living longer but living better. Imagine staying energetic and healthy into your 80s, or alternatively, facing health problems that reduce your time with family. What if the way you move, rest, or even handle worry could tell you how many years you have left? In this article, we'll reveal 7 science-backed signals that can predict how long you might live after 70. These signals come from real research and observations from doctors who study long life. By spotting these signals in your own body and daily habits, you'll have the power to make changes now that could add years to your life. From your balance and hand strength to how well you sleep and handle stress, we'll explain everything you need to know. Stay with us until the end, because you might be missing simple things that could greatly impact your health and lifespan. Don't wait for a doctor to tell you it's time to take action. Let's explore how to live a longer, healthier, and more active life. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoy this video, you can help me continue sharing these valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now let's begin. Signal 1. Your ability to stand on one leg balance is something we rarely think about until it begins to fade away. It's not just about staying upright. It's a clear indicator of how well our body is aging and how long we might enjoy life. The ability to stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds is a surprisingly strong predictor of longevity and overall health. It's a simple test that reveals much about our physical and mental well-being. Research shows that people who struggle with balance are at much higher risk of falls, injuries, and even mental decline as they age. On the other hand, those who keep good balance well into their 70s and beyond tend to live longer, healthier lives filled with independence and energy. Let me share a story with you. Picture 2 women both in their early 70s, Anna and Beth. Anna has always made her physical health a priority. She walks daily, does gentle yoga, and can raise one foot off the ground for several seconds without wobbling. For Anna, balance isn't just a skill. It's a sign of a life well lived, active, purposeful, and full of energy. Now imagine Beth, someone who hasn't thought much about her balance over the years. She hasn't worked to keep her body strong. When Beth tries to stand on one leg, she immediately starts to tip over, desperately reaching out to hold on to something just to keep herself steady. What Beth doesn't realize, what many of us fail to see, is that this loss of balance isn't just a minor problem. It's a warning sign that something deeper might be happening. It signals that her muscle strength is weakening, her coordination is failing, and perhaps even her brain's ability to process information is declining. Balance isn't just about strong legs. It's about a healthy, sharp nervous system and an active brain. It's a whole body function that requires strength, coordination, and brain power. If you find yourself stumbling more often, struggling to steady yourself when turning quickly, or needing to grab onto walls or furniture just to feel secure, it's time to pay attention. But here's the good news. Balance can be improved. It's not something we're stuck with. It's something we can work on every day. Start by adding simple exercises to your routine. Try standing on one foot for a few seconds, walking heel to toe, or even trying light Tai Chi. These are small steps that will make a big difference over time. So let's test this right now. Stand up and lift one foot off the ground. Can you hold it for 10 seconds without struggling? If you can, that's wonderful. Keep it up. But if you're having trouble, don't worry or panic. Instead, see it as a call to action. The sooner you start working on your balance, the stronger and steadier you'll be for the many years ahead. The best time to act is always now, and this small change can lead to a lifetime of stability and health. Signal 2. Your hand strength. It's amazing how something as simple as a handshake can reveal your health. Imagine every time you meet someone, your grip says much more about you than just hello. Research has shown that grip strength isn't only a measure of hand power, but one of the clearest indicators of your overall vitality, especially as we age. A firm handshake shows strength in muscles, blood flow, and a nervous system that's working properly. However, a weaker grip is a signal quietly warning of muscle loss, weakness, and even potential health risks that could approach without warning. Take Robert, for instance, a 75-year-old man who always prided himself on his strong, steady handshake. He built up his strength over the years, stayed active, and even lifted light weights to maintain his fitness. Robert's hands never failed him. He could open jars, carry groceries with ease, and show confidence in every handshake. But then there's William, also 70, who used to easily handle tasks like twisting bottle caps or holding bags with no problem. Over time, though, he noticed these simple tasks growing harder. He dismissed it as aging, but in reality, his weakening grip strength was a red flag. It was an early sign of muscle loss, something that could increase his risk of falls, injuries, and sadly, a shorter life expectancy. Our hands, in their quiet strength, reflect our body's overall health. If your grip starts to weaken, it's not just your hands that are struggling. The decline in strength often shows a deeper issue within your entire body. With each loss of strength, maintaining independence, staying active, and keeping that resilient spirit becomes more and more challenging. But don't lose hope. Here's the good part. You can rebuild it. Simple exercises like squeezing a tennis ball, using hand grippers, or lifting light weights can keep your grip and your muscles strong. So pause for a moment and test your grip. If shaking hands doesn't feel as strong as it used to, or if you notice that daily tasks are starting to feel more demanding, don't just ignore it. Your grip today could be the key to how you hold on to your life tomorrow. It's a simple check, but one that could make all the difference in your future. Signal 3. Your walking speed. It might sound surprising, but one of the most powerful indicators of how long you'll live after 70 doesn't come from complex tests, expensive procedures, or even the food you eat. Instead, it comes from something much more basic, something you do every day: your walking speed. Yes, that's right, your walking speed. Research has shown that people who maintain a brisk and steady walking pace well into their 70s and beyond tend to live longer than those who slow down significantly. Walking speed isn't just about movement, it's deeply connected with your overall health, your muscle strength, heart health, and even the condition of your brain. Think about two people, James and Paul, both 73 years old. On the surface, they may appear to be the same, but the difference in their walking speeds tells volumes about their health. James is someone who walks every morning, keeping a steady pace as he moves through his neighborhood. His steps are firm and confident, and he moves easily whether crossing the street or climbing stairs. His body doesn't seem to struggle. It's working in harmony, strong and resilient. Now compare that to Paul. Over the years, he has noticeably slowed down. He takes more frequent breaks during his walks and struggles to keep pace with others. Feeling unsteady with each step, his movements have become hesitant, and clearly his body is not as strong or flexible as it once was. While James's brisk pace suggests that his body is functioning well, Paul's slower, more difficult walk is a red flag, a warning sign that something deeper might be wrong. A slower pace isn't just a natural part of aging. It's often linked to issues like muscle weakness, poor circulation, and even the early stages of brain decline. If you are still reading this article and find these lessons useful, please comment one below to let me know that you are still here with me. Our legs are our foundation, and when that foundation begins to weaken, it affects our entire body. If you've noticed that your walking speed is decreasing, it might not just be a sign of getting older. It could indicate that your body is struggling in ways you may not even be fully aware of. The great thing is that walking speed is something you can improve. It's within your control. The more you move, the more you strengthen your muscles and maintain your heart health. If you find yourself slowing down, don't ignore it. Take action. It could be as simple as walking a little further each day, adding light weights, or doing leg exercises to build strength. Ultimately, your walking speed isn't just a measure of how fast you can go from point A to point B. It's a reflection of how strong and healthy your body is and how much longer it can continue to carry you through life. So pay attention to your pace. It could very well be the simplest and most telling way to check on your longevity. After all, how fast you move through life could be the key to how long you can keep moving. Signal 4. Your sleeping patterns. When it comes to your health, the quality of your sleep reveals much about the life you're likely to lead. Sleep isn't just a luxury, it's the foundation on which everything else depends. It's the precious time when your body repairs itself, your immune system gets its much-needed boost, and your brain clears away the toxins that build up throughout the day. Yet in our busy lives, many of us take sleep for granted. But the truth is, your sleep patterns could be one of the most telling signs of how long and how well you're going to live. Research clearly shows that those over the age of 70 who get consistent, high-quality sleep tend to live longer and enjoy more vibrant, healthier lives. In stark contrast, those who suffer from poor sleep or struggle with insomnia face a much higher risk of serious health issues. Memory decline, heart disease, and a weakened immune system are all closely linked to inadequate sleep. It's more than just feeling tired in the morning. The consequences of poor sleep extend far beyond that, affecting your quality of life in ways you might not immediately realize. Let me share an example. Imagine two men in their mid-70s, George and Frank. Both are roughly the same age, yet their sleep habits couldn't be more different. George has a consistent bedtime, falling asleep easily and getting a solid 7 hours of sleep each night. When he wakes up, he feels refreshed, renewed, and ready to face the day. On the other hand, Frank struggles night after night with restless, broken sleep. He tosses and turns, waking up multiple times, and sometimes even spends hours lying awake, staring at the ceiling. Over time, George's physical and mental health continues to thrive. His mind is sharp and his energy stays steady throughout the day. Meanwhile, Frank starts to feel the effects of his poor sleep. Mental fog clouds his thoughts, tiredness weighs him down during the day, and his blood pressure starts to fluctuate. The decline is subtle at first, but it's real and directly tied to the lack of rest he's getting each night. So if you're waking up often in the middle of the night having trouble staying asleep, or waking up feeling just as tired as when you went to bed, don't ignore it. Your body is speaking to you, trying to tell you something important. Poor sleep can come from many different causes: stress, poor diet, lack of exercise, or even conditions like sleep apnea that often go undiagnosed. But here's the good news: sleep quality can be improved. It's not about accepting exhaustion or just getting through the day. Simple, purposeful changes can make all the difference. Things like reducing screen time before bed, creating a bedtime routine, getting sunlight early in the morning, and avoiding heavy meals at night can help reset your sleep patterns and restore the restful sleep your body needs. Sleep isn't just about feeling well rested. It's about optimizing your health, vitality, and longevity. It's about making sure that your body and mind are working at their absolute best every single day. So tonight, take a moment to think about how you sleep. If you're waking up feeling drained, tossing and turning, or if you've noticed that your sleep has changed over the years, don't ignore it. It's time to make those small but powerful adjustments that will pay off in the long run, leading you toward a healthier, more vibrant future. Signal 5. Your appetite and eating habits as we age. One of the most telling signs of how long and healthy our lives will be is the way we approach food, especially after 70. A healthy appetite and well-balanced diet are vital to maintaining strength, energy, and a strong immune system. But when your eating habits start to change, it can serve as a warning that your body might be facing deeper issues. The way we nourish ourselves, or fail to, has profound effects on our longevity and overall well-being. A sudden loss of appetite, poor food choices, or a steady decline in food intake can speed the aging process, weakening our bodies and spirits in ways we may not even recognize until it's too late. Take, for example, two women, Sarah and Emma, both 72 years old. Sarah is a lively woman who enjoys every bite of her meals. She eats a variety of fresh whole foods that she carefully selects and prepares. She takes pride in cooking for herself, and her consistent and balanced diet keeps her energized and healthy. Sarah has the strength to carry on through the day with energy that defies her age. Meanwhile, Emma has noticed that she no longer feels the same hunger she used to. Meals feel like a chore, and her interest in food has decreased. She often skips meals, choosing convenience foods that lack nutrients, and has lost weight over the last year. What Emma doesn't realize is that this change in appetite is more than just a passing phase. It's a clear signal from her body. Her decreased appetite could be an early warning sign that her body isn't absorbing nutrients properly, which might be weakening her muscles, slowing her metabolism, and even hurting her immune system. A loss of appetite in older adults isn't something to ignore. It's frequently linked to health issues like digestive problems, hormone imbalances, or in some cases, the early stages of mental decline. When we eat less, our bodies begin to break down muscle tissue for energy, which leads to weakness, frailty, and a greater risk of falls, injuries, and illness. It's a downward spiral that can become harder to reverse as time goes on. Eating well. After 70 isn't just about filling your stomach. It's about nourishing your body and soul with the nutrients it needs to thrive. Nutrient-rich foods, staying hydrated, and addressing a decreasing appetite are all essential in maintaining your health. Never dismiss the signs of a shrinking appetite. It's your body's way of telling you that it needs care and attention. Ask yourself, do you still look forward to your meals? Are you fueling your body with the right amount of protein, fiber, and healthy fats? Have you noticed any decline in your energy or appetite? The choices you make today with your diet will directly shape the strength and independence you experience in the years to come. It's not just about surviving. It's about thriving with a full heart and a nourished body carrying you forward with resilience and joy. Signal 6. Your ability to handle stress as you grow older. The way you handle stress becomes a powerful indicator of not just how well you manage day-to-day life, but also how many years you might have left after the age of 70. Stress is no longer a simple annoyance. It can be a silent, destructive force that can shorten your life. Ongoing stress isn't just a feeling of unease. It deeply affects your body, weakening your immune system, increasing the risk of heart disease, and speeding up the process of aging. But here's the hopeful part. If you've developed the ability to manage stress effectively, you can stay healthier, more active, and mentally sharp for much longer, adding not just years to your life, but life to your years. Take, for instance, two men, Thomas and Richard. Both are 74 years old, yet their experiences with stress couldn't be more different. Thomas faces the typical challenges that life presents: unexpected expenses, the occasional health scare, and the complexities that come with family relationships. But despite these hurdles, Thomas has found peace in handling them. He practices deep breathing, embraces moments of quiet, and finds joy in staying socially connected. When problems arise, he doesn't let them consume him. He knows that worrying only adds to the burden, so he takes what life gives him, processes it, and moves on. Then there's Richard. He's also 74, but his relationship with stress has become a heavy burden. He tends to dwell on the smallest frustrations, constantly worries about things he can't change, and allows anxiety to control his days. The consequences of this ongoing stress are beginning to show. His blood pressure rises steadily, his sleep is restless, and his energy is low. What's worse, he's living with the constant damage that stress places on his body, triggering inflammation, a key factor in the development of almost every major age-related illness from Alzheimer's disease to heart conditions. It's sad to think that something as manageable as stress could steal so many precious years. If you find yourself feeling tense, irritable, or emotionally drained more often than not, don't ignore these signs. Your mind and body are asking for a break. Finding ways to cope with stress is not just a luxury, it's essential to maintaining your health and vitality. Whether it's through mindfulness, deep breathing, laughter, or simply moving with some exercise, taking steps to reduce stress can make a world of difference. Ask yourself, when challenges arise in your life, do you adapt and move forward, or do you let stress take control, allowing it to pull you deeper into worry? The ability to stay calm when facing problems, to focus on solutions, and to embrace the things you can control is not just a matter of mental well-being. It's a crucial factor in how long and how joyfully you will live. The choice is yours. Signal 7. Your social connections, more than just a source of emotional comfort, can be one of the most significant indicators of how long and how well you will live after 70. Study after study has highlighted a surprising truth. The strength of your relationships, whether with family, friends, or community, has a direct influence on your health and longevity. It's not just about feeling good emotionally. Having a strong support system plays a crucial role in maintaining your physical health too. Loneliness has been linked to devastating effects on the body, including higher risks of heart disease, mental decline, and even early mortality. If you are still reading this article and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. Let me share a story with you. Imagine two women, both 76 years old, Margaret and Helen. Margaret, the picture of vitality, is surrounded by the warmth of her social network. She's actively engaged in her life, keeping in touch with old friends, participating in a lively book club, and spending quality time with her children and grandchildren. She finds joy in her conversations, her laughter showing genuine happiness. Every day she looks forward to these meaningful interactions, feeling truly connected to the world around her. In contrast, Helen's world is quieter, more isolated. Over the years, she has lost touch with many of her old friends. While she has family nearby, she rarely reaches out, and the silence grows louder as the months pass. Slowly, loneliness creeps in, dimming her spirits. Her mood darkens, and soon her health begins to show the strain of that disconnection. The truth is, human connection is far more than just a source of emotional support. It directly impacts your physical well-being. When we engage with others, our brains remain sharp, our stress levels lower, and our bodies release healing chemicals that promote overall vitality. Socializing isn't just about passing the time. It's about keeping yourself alive in the most complete way. Yet I know that in today's world, it's easy to pull back, to isolate yourself when life gets overwhelming. If you've noticed that you're withdrawing from social activities or avoiding phone calls, take a hard look at that behavior. Ask yourself, is it helping you, or is it silently harming your health? Staying connected doesn't mean you have to be constantly surrounded by people. Even small acts of connection can have a lasting impact. Reaching out to an old friend you've been meaning to call, joining a group that shares your interests, or making a point to have meaningful, deep conversations with those around you. These seemingly small efforts add up. They can be the difference between a vibrant, connected life and one slowly fading into loneliness. These relationships don't just bring joy, they help you live a longer, healthier life. Conclusion. Now that you've seen these 7 signals, take a moment to truly reflect. Where do you stand? Are you moving through life with the strength and confidence that comes with staying engaged? Or have you noticed some subtle shifts that could be warning signs? The beauty of this journey is that most of these factors, your walking speed, hand strength, balance, sleep quality, eating habits, stress levels, and social connections, are things you have control over. The future is not set in stone. The choices you make today can greatly shape how many years you have ahead of you. If you recognize areas that need improvement, don't wait for the doctor to give you a nudge. Start today. Take that walk, strengthen those muscles, prioritize restful sleep, stay socially connected, and actively work on managing stress. Your path to a healthier, longer life is in your hands, and it begins now. As we wrap up, I want you to take a moment and reflect on what you've learned today. These 7 signals aren't just facts. They're keys to unlocking a longer, healthier, and more fulfilling life. So what stood out to you the most? What's one thing you've learned today that you're going to bring into your life starting now? Maybe it's taking control of your physical health, focusing on your sleep, or rekindling those precious social connections. Whatever it is, I'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and share one thing you're going to practice in your daily life. Your insights could inspire someone else to take that first step toward change. If you enjoyed this article and found it helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support means so much, and it helps us continue bringing you valuable content to guide you on your journey. Stay healthy, stay connected, and remember, the power to live well is in your hands.